Hey there. I want to do something a little different today. I'd like to maybe try this, take a little walk around the property that I live on. I thought that I could go back and forth between like selfie mode and showing like what's in front of me, but evidently with my camera or with my phone, I can't because I've tried it a couple of times and it just ended the video. So I guess I'm gonna have to just kind of turn this around so you can just see it like this. It's just so pretty out here. We don't have like all the bright fall colors usually as a lot of places do, but we've still got, we got the ambiance. We got the few little like what a yellow, I guess, a little bit of orange. A little later in the season, we'll have some oaks that'll get pretty. Some of them get really red, not the bright red, but kind of a dark red, and then we'll get some that get kind of a really pretty orange. But yeah, so this is part of the property. I wanted to do this today because I want to talk about autumn, my favorite time of year, and we just finished Halloween, and that is actually my favorite. Oh, look at these real quick. The leaves, like there's just so many. It's just so pretty. You might be able to hear me crunching on them. I don't know. It was raining, so they're not real dry right now. But anyway, my favorite holiday is Halloween. But after Halloween, I'm sure y'all all know what I'm talking about. Society, I don't know if this is the same in other countries, but in the United States, it just seems like right after Halloween, in the stores, you start seeing the Christmas stuff coming out. And I'm just like, wait a minute, what happened to Thanksgiving? To me, Thanksgiving it's such an important time of year, and we just kind of skip over it. And I'm not saying everybody does, but just in general, it's kind of skipped over, and then the focus is on Christmas. Now, I love Christmas too. Y'all, my daddy's Santa Claus. He literally, he looks like Santa Claus all year long. He wears red all year long. He doesn't wear the suit all year long. But you can tell he's Santa Claus in the middle of the summer, and kids stop him to talk to him as Santa Claus. So, and he has to get started early because this is his time of year where he really gets started, like with doing the pictures and stuff. And so, I understand that. That's his retirement income right now, part of his retirement income. And so I understand that part, but let's not skip over Thanksgiving this year. Let's talk about, let's focus on being thankful. And I'm going to show you a little bit of this scenery over here. Just so pretty. I'm so blessed to live on this property. This is my parents' property, and we are very blessed to have. I bought an old RV a couple of years ago, about 2.5 years ago, and we were able to move onto the property, so we're rent free. Very little expenses, low expenses right now. So. I know that I'm looking for either a house or apartment just because we're so cramped. But I'm looking into all kinds of options, like maybe just a nicer RV so that we could just stay here and still keep our expenses low. So anyway, back to being thankful. I was talking to my daughter this morning, and the idea that, I know you've heard it, like be content with what you have. And that's easy. That's so easy to say, and it's harder to do. It's very hard to do. One thing I think about is be thankful for what you have, be content, because you don't know when you might lose it, and this is a reality sometimes. And then there's the idea that be thankful be content where you're at, because if you're not, it doesn't matter how much you get. You're never really going to be thankful for it. And y'all, I have lived this. A decade? Oh, it's been more than a decade ago now. 12 years ago? Y'all, I lived in a big, almost 3,000 square foot house, 2-story, 6 bedrooms. 6 bedrooms in this house. It was the first time ever in my life that I had room for everything. Like, I had room to where I didn't have to have clutter. Like, I still did, just because that's kind of just the way I am. But, like, everything had a place. It was amazing. And do you know that I still, it's hard to believe this now, but I was still not content. I still was looking for, I would look at other houses when I would drive through, like, nicer neighborhoods than what we were living in, and just looking at those houses. Oh, someday, dreaming someday. And we were just renting this house that we were in, but I would dream about, oh, someday we'll have a house like that. Not being completely content with where we were. And now, I live in a tiny RV. So, obviously, like, I would be so thrilled to have that house now. But at this point, that's not even what I want anymore. I just want a normal size house. It's a normal size house. This, I'm not trying to complain with this. This is not the purpose of this video. But I just want normal space just to be able to do things a little easier, like cooking. I love to cook and I love to bake, and there's just not a lot of room to be able to do that. So I would love to be able to do that again. But here's the thing. I'm talking about being thankful and being content. So for the most part, I am very content with where we're at. Obviously, there's that part of me. I want to find either a house or an apartment around the beginning of next year. But I'm talking to God about it, and I'm willing to wait for as long as I need to wait. As long as it takes for Him to provide us with a place, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So, whatever you're struggling with, if it's in the area of contentment, really take a look at what you've got, okay? I did not know when I lived in that big 6-bedroom house that I didn't know what was around the corner. I didn't know that was with my first husband. I did not know that he was going to leave me. I feel like for the most part, life was really good. I feel like I had everything. But I had trouble in my marriage. I knew it was there, but I had no idea my life was going to be turned upside down, and that, why couldn't I just be completely content with what I had at the time? So, just remember, your life can change in an instant, and you can lose everything. I literally had to lose everything to start learning to be content. And I'm actually thankful for that, because I'm a different person than I used to be. I used to be more materialistic. I used to be more impatient. I'm still impatient, but I'm better than I was. I used to want the big giant house, and and I actually got it, but it still wasn't enough. I'm not like that anymore. I just want normal now. I just want normal. Living in a RV for 2.5 years, it gets old after a while. But I'm still, like I said, I'm open to the idea, if we can't get a house or an apartment, I'm open to the idea that I might be able to just get a nicer RV, a bigger RV, where we have a little more space. So anyway, let's be thankful this year, and let's focus on Thanksgiving. I'm not saying you can't, if you're ready to get out your Christmas stuff, I'm not, but if you're ready to do it, go ahead. If it makes you happy. I got Halloween stuff out in July this year. I needed Halloween and fall decorations. Um, I just needed like my comfort stuff this year. I was going through a hard time over the summer, and so if that's what makes you happy, then by all means. But let's also, with that, let's remember Thanksgiving. Let's remember to be thankful. Let's try to use November as a time truly to just be thankful and content with what we have. And I want to show you we have a lot of cedar trees, and those are so pretty. Look at those. I don't know if you call those berries. I don't know exactly what they are, but they're so pretty. I made a Christmas wreath, last year using some branches like that. And then here's the kind of fall. This year we've had a really dry year, the latter part of the summer, so this is what we've got this year for as far as color. But I still think it's pretty. I think it's beautiful. I hope y'all are enjoying this walk. I'm loving doing this. I may do more like this. This is fun. This is the property next to us. Oh my goodness, I haven't even been over here in months, and the pond is just completely dry. Wow, it's usually full. We had a lot of rain. Late spring, early summer, we got a lot of rain. I mean, every day it was raining, and it kept the temperatures down, because where I'm at in Texas, it can get pretty hot. But it kept the temperatures really low for this area, and then we got to probably June or July, and it just stopped. That we didn't have rain for months, and the past couple of days we've gotten more rain. There's Buttercup. Hey Buttercup, hey girl, hey girl. She's coming along with me on my walk, and so that's one reason we don't have the fall color. Like we normally would have a little bit more than this, but anyway, and this is down. We've got like a ravine. I don't know if y'all can see it, but we've got a ravine down here. And on the other side of the property, maybe I'll go down there sometime for one of the videos. We've got an actual creek. Right now it's probably pretty dry, but usually in November we get more rain than this, and it's usually flowing. And I'll take my daughter. We'll have a little hike down to the creek. It's really fun. We've done that the past few years. Usually November and December, we'll go down to the creek. Anyway, it's just so pretty through here. Sometimes I feel like I live in a park. I can just go outside and see all this beautiful nature. So I would miss that if we do move. Like I said, I'm leaving it to God whether we actually move off the property or not, because there's different options that might be possible. I think about getting a mobile home, putting it on here. Like I said, another RV that's newer and nicer. Or I don't know. I'm gathering right now. I'm in the process of gathering all the documents to give to a loan officer to kind of do a pre-approval to just see what I might qualify for as far as loans go. And if there's something in my price range and it's close by, because I don't want to move too far from my parents right now. Who knows? Maybe we'll be in a house. If not, we may move to the next town over and in an apartment. I don't know yet, and I'm okay with not knowing. That's another thing that I'm really bad about. I have always been bad about is just not knowing. I want to know what's going to happen, and I've just had to learn to leave it to God, trust Him. He knows what I need. He knows what my kids need, and He will provide it in His time. So let's remember that too, that, if you're struggling with not knowing what's happening, you're not knowing what's going to happen, and then what God is ultimately going to, where He's going to take you. Just remember, He knows everything, and He knows you inside and out, and He will guide you. You just got to keep looking to Him. So I think I'm going to end it here. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. I hope it's nice where you're at. I hope you're having all the fall vibes, and try to find a way to serve somebody today and live your life on purpose. And I will see you next time. Bye.